Pika, the penetrating flash, extreme radiation and heat. Dawn, the earth-shattering roar and blast. As the blackness lifts, the scenes emerging into view reveal countless scattered corpses, charred beyond recognition, even as man or woman. "72 years ago today, on August 6th, at 8:15 a.m., absolute evil was unleashed in the sky over Hiroshima. This hell is not a thing of the past. As long as nuclear weapons exist and policymakers threaten their use, their horror could leap into our present at any moment. Civil society fully understands that nuclear weapons are useless for national security. The dangers involved in controlling nuclear materials are widely understood. Today, a single bomb can wield thousands of times the destructive power of the bombs dropped 72 years ago. Any use of such weapons would plunge the entire world into hell, the user as well as the enemy. Humankind must never again commit such an act."
10 years after the blast, though, in Hiroshima, Sadako Sasaki died from the effects of black rain. The Japanese custom was to fold 1,000 origami cranes to bring luck not only to the folder, but to the recipient of the cranes, such as a bride would receive them from her father. So while she managed her pain and waiting for a disease that they had no clue what was happening, she folded 1,000 cranes in hope that her wish for good health would come true. "One day, you will fly peace around the world." Her classmates decided to erect a monument to comfort Sadako's soul and to express their desire for peace, that no child should ever suffer from an atomic bomb. The idea spread and was supported by people all over Japan. This is our cry, this is our prayer for building peace in the world. These cranes, as you see in front of you, were folded by members of the Community of Christ Church and are displayed here to show solidarity with those words. We will send them to Hiroshima to be displayed in the Peace Garden to show the world that others from a tiny little point in the middle of Iowa support world peace. This is our cry, this is our prayer for building peace in the world.
In your heart, always think about the other person before yourself. "I am a survivor, not a victim," Masahiro said. "The worst way is to call ourselves victims. To say victim requires a victimizer, and the victimizer is led to blame, and all that starts is the cycle of blame." Sadako understood this teaching anew. "What I am saying is that this does not matter who dropped the bomb. It is not an issue. It should never be an issue for any country. It is an issue for all humanity. It is important that I and Sadako knew the feeling of a Moriari, and if this principle can be taken to heart and passed down, it may lessen the dangers of this world."
A terminally ill cancer patient in his own hospital at the time of the Nagasaki bombing wrote and published several books before dying in 1950 on his observations of the bomb's effects on the human mind and soul. When Dr. Nagai went to zero, he came back with the ancient principle of Nyakodo, love your neighbor as yourself. That is what I want to pass down from Sadako to young people. I do not want the next generations to think only of paper cranes and a 12-year-old girl dying from atomic bomb disease. I want them to think in their hearts always about the other person. You start omoyari from your family members and from your friends. Sadako thought and taught me that if the principle of omoyari could spread even a little into the right places, it might ease the world toward never seeing another atomic blast.
If you had been here in Hiroshima on that day and at that hour, if you had seen the hell that opened up on earth before our eyes, if you had even a glimpse of that, you would never entertain the crazy thought of another war. If there is another war, atomic bombs may explode everywhere, and there will be no beautiful songs of distant earth from other plants, no poems, no paintings, no music, no literature, no research, only death. The lesson I take from this place is that the person who wishes for peace does not hide even a needle as a weapon. Even when driven into the need for self-defense, if you have a weapon, you are qualified to fight maybe, but you are not qualified to pray for peace. This is our cry, this is our prayer for building peace in this world.
Nancy Catwell, a Korean nurse in Hiroshima after the bomb was dropped, said, "We have no choice but to be born into this world. Technology is constantly making the world smaller and more interconnected, whether everyone likes this or not. My grandfather almost always told me, one hand washes the other. Whoever leads the larger nations of the future, the large nation should help the smaller countries to develop and to live in happiness. This is my wish, this is my prayer, that there shall be no more graves of blue fireflies, random bits of electricity, and that there will be no more black rains from the condensation of the water and heat that burned everything it touched. That no loved one shall ever again know what it means to fold 1,000 paper cranes. This is our cry, this is our prayer for building peace in this world."
This is our cry, this is our prayer for building peace in this world.